Deacon Sarah here, and I'm joined with my ministerial colleagues across the circuit. We're thinking about why Advent means so much to us. So I'm going to start. Advent for me means time to focus and read about preparing for Christ's coming. And I like to choose a book each year. This one's really good, Walking Backwards to Christmas, and that's more of a story form. And this one I really like because it's prayers and reflections. So how about you, Rachel? What does Advent mean to you?
So I think, Sarah, very similar to you, really, and that sense of preparation is a big thing for me. Taking time to stop. I have to say, I find it really hard in amongst all the Christmas preparations, thinking about Christmas services and everything else that's coming up, to take that time out, but I know how important it is. And I find that the leading the services each week, being brought back to those Advent themes and that sense of hope, and particularly this year, that sense of hope that's just been so important.
Thank you. Mark?
Similar really to Rachel, but I hope during Advent, hope not just brought on by the fact that friends buy the weirdest Advent calendars for me to open. This year, pork scratchings, would you believe it? But also, and more importantly, the hope that comes from the excitement of knowing that we worship and serve and are loved by a God who has chosen to take human form, and that I never get over the hope that's filling my life because of that, the hope that comes in Jesus, Emmanuel, God with us.
Stuart?
Yeah, I think it's probably the verse in John, the light shines in the darkness. And I guess because it's always a time when we're getting into the dark as well. And so that image of a small light that just shines in the dark, guides and leads us. And then as we come to Christmas, it sort of shines all the more brightly in the life of Jesus. But that, so as Rachel said a little bit as well, that sense of a small light that brings hope and getting larger as we get towards the hope of Christmas and the person of Christ, as Mark says. Yeah.
Thank you. Kofi?
To me, Advent is hooray! Christ comes and is coming for me, and the end of all my troubles and anxieties, and he's taking me home. And so to me, the world events and the fear of the end times seems to be joy for us Christians, like the Christmas joy that we will soon be going home.
Richard?
Yeah, for me, it's waiting in the darkness. A highlight last year, and I won't be able to do it this year, was an Advent service at the beginning of Advent in St. Albans Abbey. We started in the darkness, and the choir sang, O come, Emmanuel." And one candle was passed throughout the whole congregation, over 1,000 people there, from darkness to light. We wait in darkness for that light that is to come, and it's the waiting and the longing.
Andrew?
Well, I've got to be honest and say that I am an absolute Christmas nerd. I love Christmas, and I have lots and lots of stupid stories, and I like to relay them every single year. So, for example, the fact that Father Christmas, St. Nicholas, was actually sitting on the council that made the decision for December the 25th to be the date for Christmas. So those sort of useful facts are things that I get an opportunity during Advent to relay, and nobody can stop me.
Thank you, everybody. I hope you heard there some themes of hope and light and longing and waiting and joy. So what does Advent mean to you? God bless. Bye.
Bye.